It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show on this beautiful.
Oh, it's just divine.
Divine.
Yes.
Wondiferous Thursday morning, 6:04. And Jeff, today we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to also intersperse a little bit of our own Jim Cantore. Well, we say Cantore, but I guess it's Cantore.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Found that out this morning.
Yeah, Weather Channel's Jim Cantore. Yes, we are learning things as we go. As this storm Helene. Nothing good comes from a Helene.
Yeah, have you thought? I mean, think about it. I mean, there's Helene. I mean, talk about, that's an old lady name.
Well,
I mean, like
old lady. It's either old lady or if you are hanging at the bar and a bar fight's about to happen and there's three guys and then you scream for Helene. Helene shows up. The guys scatter. Okay?
Oh, yeah,
see
that's
what I'm
true.
saying?
Helene! Oh, my God!
Right, and they're out of there.
Right. That's true. That's true. So, listen, we got a lot to go through today. So, we got to get to opening audio because here's the thing. We got a silly kid. Okay. We got Judge Judy. And you can hear Andy Reid getting fatter, and I'm getting worried.
Okay, all right.
So I've decided I've teased you enough. Today you're getting triple scoops. You're going to get triple scoops of audio today.
Yep.
I know everyone. I mean, listen. I know people call and they say, I'm looking forward to my scoops. You're going to get a wholesome Sunday.
Yeah,
today.
I'm sure that's their total focus all day today. All right.
If you listen to 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock and the Rizzo and Jeff Show in the 6 o'clock hour at the beginning, you think scoop me.
Forget checking out 828 News Now for anything that's going on with the weather.
Updates.
Cares about the weather.
No.
Let's get Rizzo's scoops. Yeah.
That's right. All right. Don't have double vision like Farner.
Yeah.
Have singular focus.
Now we get a silly pun with the title of a song.
Tube.
All right.
Well,
stop yourself now.
You're right.
Okay.
I've stopped.
All right.
105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show on your radio. 6:10 on the button. Wow.
Time. Who cares?
I care.
What does 610 have to do with anything?
It was on the button.
What does that have to do with it?
It was exactly 6:10.00 when I said that. It was on the button.
That's on this clock, not everybody else's clock. Other clocks are different.
Our clock's on the world clock.
No, it's not.
It's run on the world clock. Look in Geneva. It's on the button.
No, I don't think so.
It's on the button. Look at your phone. It's on the button.
My phone says 6:11, so.
Your phone's not on the button. It's time for opening audio.
Maybe this isn't.
Don't you dare talk about my on-the-button clock.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
We've good news, okay news, scary news for my opening audio today, which for those of you who are new to the program is 3 different clips of audio. I call them scoops.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out why, but we'll roll with it.
Because much like an ice cream scoop, it fills you up, but it leaves you wanting more. But it's also tasty.
Yeah.
So that's how my opening audio.
So every time it tastes good, delectable.
Delectable.
All right, let's see how good it tastes today.
I'll tell you what. How about you taste this? I feel a mini radio star on the rise. A mini Rizzo.
Oh, boy. Well, he should be prepared to be poor and out of work.
All the time.
Yeah. All right.
Well, here he is, going viral. Oldest trick in the book, by the way. Way, just so you know.
Yeah. Will you remember me in 5 seconds?
Yes, I'll remember you in 5 seconds.
Will you remember me in 5 minutes?
Yes.
Will you remember me in 5 hours?
Yes, I'll remember you in 5 hours.
Will you remember me in 5 days?
Why would I not remember you in 5 days?
Just answer the question.
Yes, I'll remember you in 5 days.
Will you remember me in 5 weeks?
Yes, Derek, I'll remember you in 5 weeks.
Will you remember me in 5 months?
Yes, I'll remember you in 5 months.
Will you remember me in 5 years?
Yes, dude. I'll never forget you. I'll remember you in 5 years.
Okay, then let me tell you something. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
You forgot me.
Hey-oh!
Yeah. Don't quit your day job, kid. Stay in school.
You didn't think that was good?
I know.
That's some great original comedy.
Yeah. Pick up a trade. And don't make it this one.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
We haven't heard from the Shineland as of late.
Judge Judy?
Yeah, Judge Judy. She's getting old.
Oh, yeah.
She's dying.
She's not dying.
Oh, I mean, every day we wake up, we get closer to that.
Okay, all right. Well, guess what?
Judge Judy's in her 80s. I mean, she doesn't have too much longer.
I got to tell you, on TV, she snatched. She's looking all right, though, Judy.
Yeah, but she's lost a little pep.
Really? I was watching her the other day, and I got to tell you.
Now, were you watching Judy Justice, or were you watching Judge Judy?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
What color was the robe?
I forget. I don't think. I think it was.
Was it purple or black?
It might have been purple.
Well, if it was purple, that's Judy Justice. Okay. All right. So that's
I don't know,
current
but
Judy.
I can't remember. I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, Judith Shineland popped out to give a little bit of insight on Jay-Z. I thought this was definitely newsworthy.
I'm surprised all the time. What did I read in a paper recently? I think it was with Jay-Z. They found him watching Judge Judy, who I met but a very, very long time ago. Very nice, very smart.
Okay, Judge Judy sounds really bad.
Wow, ouch.
You know what I mean?
Say Jay-Z watches Judge Judy. So what? Who cares?
Well, that's the news. Judith Shineland is speaking out.
So Jay-Z doesn't watch TV?
Well,
and what do we think he does all the time? He doesn't sit once in a while and watch TV?
I got to be real with you. I'm not going to lie here. Does Jay-Z look like the Judge Judy fan, the typical Judge Judy listener?
I don't know what he looks like. I don't know. I would think,
he's very, you know.
What? What do you think he watches? I don't know. What does he put on?
You know, not Judge Judy.
Okay.
All right. Like, for example,
there
was a documentary about
stars?
Well, there was a documentary about Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Finding Neverland. I could see him watching.
You could see him watching Finding Neverland.
I could, because I'll tell you why. He loved him.
Oh, did he?
He did.
He had a love for him, did he?
Something about Diddy. That's a good one.
He was at the parties. He should know. This guy, he's well traveled.
Right.
Diddy and Neverland. He's seen it all.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Please excuse me for saying this, because Jeff and I have never been ones to say that we are in shape, godly men. We've never been one to say that we are a sex machine.
No.
But
listen, we don't like to be on our feet for more than 2 hours, and
we found a job that pays us to sit in the air and sit down.
Yep, and look, we got one in the holster, and that's it. Then it's off to bed.
And it's off to bed. That's it. So, and I'll get into, well, not for me. Buncombe County Schools is off for the next 2 days. Whoop-de-doo. Can't wait to talk about that. Anyway, you can hear Andy Reid here, Jeff. I feel like you can hear him getting fatter. All right, I just want you to tell me if you
can see it.
No, maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if you hear somebody expanding.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Travis is fine. He hasn't lost a step in all those things. He's not distracted. That's not the case. People are making sure they have him taken care of by some of these defenses. He collects people. And then you have the checkdowns that we had last week. These big gains off the check. Or Noah standing in the middle of the field by himself for being able to get one-on-one situations. And Trav knows it. I mean, he literally said, he came off the field and goes, man, just keep dialing him up and let him do that.
Well, so they're concerned. What this is about is that everybody's saying,
arms.
Well, everybody's saying that, because of Taylor Swift, that Travis Kelce's having a bad season, which is true, totally. But
he sucks.
But then when you listen to Andy, who he had to move his fingers and he couldn't breathe. Okay, so
Andy Reid's most famous saying while he was the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles was, "Can I have a ham sandwich?"
Right.
Okay. Here's his deal.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm a little worried about his health.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Andy, All right, if she's named Juicy Lucy, lay off. Okay?
Hey, did you know we got a new app? Make sure to update it or download it in any app store by searching 105.9 The Mountain. And catch all your favorite songs and The Rizzo and Jeff Show.
105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, The Rizzo and Jeff Show on your radio. And listen, story number one all over the country, especially down here in the Carolinas, Florida. It's the hurricane. Right?
Oh.
It's Hurricane Helene.
The almighty Helene.
Now, it could cause a lot of destruction. We really are praying. We're hoping that maybe it curves to the left. It doesn't hit us as bad. I mean, listen, all Buncombe County schools are closed, which, again, thank you. Because the kids don't have their iPads, so they can't do at-home learning. So that means...
Yeah, I saw that. So it's voluntary for the teachers to go in, but
which
there'll
means
be
they're
no
not
learning.
going.
Right.
What that also means is that after getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, guess who's got to go back and entertain a kid not only during the week, but now during the weekend. So that's going to be a lot of fun. However...
Oh, parenting.
There's
yes. People that have 5 kids to entertain.
God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you. I mean, I think about Grandma Emma. My goodness gracious.
Right.
I hope she's okay. Now, we worry about this hurricane, but there's one woman, who's not at all concerned. And people laughed at her, Jeff. As a matter of fact, I'll even admit that we did. We thought she was crazy. We thought she was wrong to be in love and in an intimate relationship with inflatables.
Yeah,
we thought she was wrong.
You know, it's
we did. We made a mistake.
It's not such a ha-ha now, is it? Okay, it's not. It's not such a silly situation because now in Florida.
No, go ahead. Please.
Yeah, what they're saying in Florida on the coast there, they're going to have some of the highest, sea levels that they've had, in the Gulf and things. And she's down there, and guess what? While everybody is underwater,
her husband's will keep her afloat.
You got it.
She is married to 18 inflatables.
Wow.
Hey, everybody. Just me reporting from the southeast central Florida area. Yes, there's a hurricane coming. It looks like it's going to be a scary one. Luckily, I have plenty of inflatables, and actually, I just got a new one. I always say life is fluffy clouds and rainbows, so I might as well in my mind at least have fluffy clouds and rainbows and make the best of it.
So basically, she's rubbing it in your face that you made fun of her for falling in love. Now, like we say, oh, the lady married to the plane, oh, the lady married to the Eiffel Tower. However, when you marry an inflatable, it could save your life. So dare we take back? Dare we?
No, I don't think we take it back, for the 1 or 2 times out of the year that, you could use them for a situation like this. But does her house smell constantly like a brand new inflatable, which isn't a terrible smell, by the way?
No, polyurethane. It actually smells fantastic. You just...
Right.
Oh, polyurethane. It's polyurethane that gets her going.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the polyurethane.
Maybe she just huffs so much polyurethane that she just sees, I don't know, like, what's his name? Pierce Brosnan, Stuart Dunmire from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well, you know what she's going to do? She's going to not evacuate. Okay, because she's going to feel so comfortable having all of her husbands there. She's going to not evacuate. And then, and she's going to, line all them up?
Well, the part of the clip I didn't air was that she will remain nude during the hurricane, just in case she needs to float. She wants to be the most, quote, buoyant she can be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe we should take some lessons tonight.
Let the last laugh.
Yeah. We're buoyant without that stuff.
Okay, well, we hope that you're laughing and trying to figure out how these guys come up with this stuff. Truthfully, we don't have a clue, and we don't really want to. The Rizzo and Jeff Show tries hard. Doesn't that count? We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. There's a visit to the White House. Under the last administration, they call him 4-5, Donald Trump. This doesn't matter what your political views are. What matters is... There was a visit from Kid Rock.
Okay.
Sarah Palin,
Wow. Boy.
Donald Trump.
Okay, so those three, it's sitting in the Oval Office.
Sitting in the Oval.
Wow.
He says, listen, I got some soap. Y'all should wash your hands.
Okay.
He said, okay. So they wash their hands. Kid Rock thinks it's really weird. And Trump says, come here.
Follow me.
Follow me.
Okay.
And this is what happens.
Well, the first times when the White House having dinner was Sarah Palin. We go in the Oval Office to meet him, and he's just wide open, like, kid, like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, anybody want to wash their hands? We're literally like sharing a bar of soap. And I'm like, man, this is weird. Weirdly awesome, right? And then he goes, Rock, come here. We walk down to this other room left to the Oval Office. He goes, you know what this room is? I'm like, no, sir. He's like, this is the Monica Lewinsky Room. I'm like, literally, I felt like I was in Step Brothers. I'm like, did we just become best friends?
So, Donald Trump showed Sarah Palin, former vice presidential candidate, and, of course, former governor of Alaska, and Kid Rock, the room.
Yeah.
The room where it happened.
Well,
the room where Hillary was, she said she never went in.
So she refused every time to enter that room?
Enter that room, and said that she would not if she became president. This was in a long time ago, but
maybe if she entered that room once in a while, the scenario would be different.
So you ask, where's that room?
Yeah.
Well, this is a true story. I have been in the Oval Office 3 times.
I know, and you were there during his administration when you were a boy.
I was there during the Clinton administration. It's a long story, but long story short, I was one of 12 people in the country selected to go. And this was in 1995. Right around that time, we were in the Oval. There is a little door, if you're looking at the desk of the Oval Office, to the right. You push it. It looks like a wall, but it brings you to a little study. Inside that study, you walk down a little miniature hallway, and then there's the president's private study. And it was in that private study where the dress event happened.
The dress got soiled?
It was in that room where the cigars came out.
Wow.
It was in that room that President Donald Trump took Kid Rock and Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
And by the way,
this was turning into a freak off.
I was going to say, we've been talking about Diddy freak offs a lot. I got to tell you, was this a DJT freak off? What was happening? What would make you say, want to see something?
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Why are you washing your hands to begin with?
It's been 30 years.
Yeah. It's been 20 years.
I feel like they've cleaned it.
Yeah, I would assume.
You know what I mean?
Assume that situation happened, yeah.
But I got to tell you, I mean, I'm impressed. If a president were to come up to me and just say,
hey, everybody.
Oh, well, if the president said, hey,
he was getting close to it.
Whoa, what happened there? I'd say your voice is changing, Mr. President.
The first times when the White House having dinner was Sarah Palin. We go in the Oval Office to meet him, and he's just wide open, like, kid, like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, anybody want to wash their hands? We're literally like sharing a bar of soap. And I'm like, man, this is weird. Weirdly awesome, right? And then he goes, Rock, come here. We walk down to this other room left to the Oval Office. He goes, you know what this room is? I'm like, no, sir. He's like, this is the Monica Lewinsky Room. I'm like, literally, I felt like I was in Step Brothers. I'm like, did we just become best friends?
So, he's showing off the Lewinsky office. Ladies and gentlemen, the president's show. Did you think the president show off the Lewinsky room?
Look, I just gotta tell you, he's got Sarah Palin in there.
He's got Palin in there. He's got a kid in there.
What's he saying to her? Can you see Russia from your house now?
Does your brain hurt? Do you feel confused? Well, we decided we're willing to buy you off. Text LUNCH to 828-240-1059 and you'll be entered to win lunch for you and 10 of your coworkers. Did that buy anyone off? We also have more music and more Rizzo and Jeff Show soon on 1059
The Mount Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. And it is time for the JNN. Brought to you by good friends at Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They're tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered so that they can keep up with you. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it is hard to stop a train.
The JNN. No longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
All right, folks, we have to be ready. Catastrophic flooding coming our way, and you hate to see on maps when they say the flash flood threat, and then you look at it, and right on there it says, never been issued for us before, okay? That is pretty scary stuff that's going to be heading our way. And look, there's already flooding. There's already power out just with, these minimal storms. And if you've never been a part of a tropical storm, and we've both lived in Florida, I have.
Yeah,
the flood risk is it's significant, and it could be really, really bad. So if there's anything literally that you desperately need, this afternoon or earlier this morning would be the time to go run out and grab it before tonight, because the overnight is what's going to be pretty bad. So, the rain is going to be high, the impact of it leading up from about noon on. But, overnight, 12 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. when we're rolling in here, and all the way up till 8 a.m. before it starts to wane after noon. On Friday tomorrow, the heavy rain, the flooding is going to be terrible. The gusty winds, all of it really going to come get us overnight tonight. So anything you got to do, get it done. State of emergency has been declared in Buncombe, Haywood, and a ton of the mountain counties, of course. So just get done what you got to get done and be prepared.
I mean, they called off school, Grimes and all from Haywood County and Buncombe County. Here's the situation. And yes, this could be, awful. Obviously, flooding is probably going to happen. Biltmore was underwater last night.
Oh my God! I know we were there, and it already started, and that was just minimal in a sense. And within an hour, getting home from where we were at Haiku, it was a mess. Yeah.
So, look, it's going to be interesting. My thing is this more of a, you hear about snow, get the milk, get the bread, get the eggs. What's the power situation going to be like? Yeah. What are we, because here's the thing, are we going to have to live in our office? What if we lose power? If I lose power, and this is the thing. This is an important thing.
But who says
to keep all your stuff on a charger, keep everything charged, keep everything, because
who says there's going to be power here? Right? There could be no power here tomorrow. What are we coming in? What do we know? The secret.
We got a backup generator. Now, if that happens, we're going to have to just talk and talk and talk. Yeah. And then we're going to get... you do. You charge your computer so that you can charge your phone on your computer as well. Yeah, and I also have my private laptop, too. But here's the thing. But when they run out of juice, you got to get... So just get candles.
Yeah, you know what?
Candles, ashtrays to hold the candle wax.
Things could go down, and we might have to talk for 4 hours. No music, all talk, 4 hours, you and I.
And I'll tell you what, if that does happen, boy, do we have some stories.
Oh, listen.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, boy. If you ever Google the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
Sit around the magic carpet.
Boy.
We got stories.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering, be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
A report has come out that Diddy is not eating in jail. So he's sitting there in jail. He's actually a bunkmate in the same area with the crypto fraudster.
Oh, that's
good. Sam Bankman.
Sam Bankman.
Yeah, so that guy. So he's in there with him. He fears, though, and maybe his fears are right, that he will be poisoned when fed some of that food. Because literally, and I was listening to something the other day, and they said, look, what does it take to get one of those guards? They don't make a lot of money. They deal with a lot of the stuff. To pay them off a nice little thing to just put, a little cyanide in a cheeseburger and call it a day, and then it's over, right? So any of that's completely possible, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends on what he meaning. and I hate to compare the two, but they're very similar, I guess. Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, he had a lot of stuff on a lot of really, I mean, we're talking top of the top billionaire presidents, this, that, and the third. So did he have that kind of? I think he's a level below as far as people. What I mean by people is, I mean, like, he doesn't have the Clintons, the Trumps of the world. I think maybe he might have the Jay-Z's and Biebers, still high level, but they can't get in there.
Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, just got indicted yesterday. We're going to find out all the details about that. So I wonder if they go hand in hand somehow. I mean, who knows?
Well,
man?
If you went to a freak off, you were hand in hand.
Oh, yes.
We ask them to stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
Have you ever been in jail? One of the main sandwiches there is bologna and cheese. Okay?
The bologna. It's a staple.
Yeah. So, but here's a problem. It looks like it's not going to be making it to some of those prisons because a woman was caught, and I don't know where and how you acquire this much bologna.
Okay.
This is a lot of bologna.
A lot of bologna.
And your car has to smell like bologna when you have.
You have to smell like bologna
when you are caught at the U.S. border trying to smuggle 748 pounds of bologna into the U.S. She was nailed on it, and they seized it, and they took a photo of all the bologna, and it's just massive amounts of bologna. Just so much bologna.
That's what I don't understand. There's so much bologna. I mean, what's illegal about bologna? I mean, is she a bologna smuggler?
I didn't know that was a thing. I figured you could just get bologna anywhere. Okay, so I ask you,
where's the BMB, the black market bologna?
Right.
Who's your bologna guy?
What does bologna go for on the streets?
What's street bologna?
Right.
What is? I mean, you would know this. What is? If you go buy bologna at the store, how much?
It's the cheapest of the bunch.
Okay, so can I get bologna for $5?
A pound, probably. Yeah. $3 a pound, easy. Right. Yeah, nothing.
Bet you she's got $1 a pound.
Okay,
$1 a pound.
$1 a pound.
We're talking Oscar Mayer stuff. I mean, is she going to Mexico getting bologna? I mean, so what is she getting? Oscar Mayer? Did they give you a brand? Is it Armour?
I think it's Mexican bologna. I don't know if that's high-end bologna.
Mexican bologna.
Is Mexican bologna?
Mexican bologna.
Is Mexican bologna high-end bologna?
You know what? Mexican bologna's a lot of things. I don't see Mexican bologna being high-end bologna.
No.
I'd stay far away from Mexican bologna.
Yeah.
Pork.
You ever see some of those pigs down there in Mexico? I mean, they don't look well fed, well taken care of. You know what I mean?
I just want you to think about it. If somebody says, yo, I got Mexican bologna in the car, $1 a pound.
Yeah.
You in on Mexican bologna?
I'm not. If you go Michigan, Mexico, you become bologna. So I don't want their bologna.
Right.
Okay, they are windbags, so it's time for another inhaler break. We told you they were fluffy. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show is next.
They're not fancy, Jim. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. 729. There's a man known for going out and about in storms, hurricanes, blizzards. We have called him Jim Cantore. Apparently, we were wrong. It's Jim Cantore.
No, it's not.
Well,
it's not Is it Cantore or Cantore? Which one is it here?
I think it's Tory.
Can he make it? It's Tory.
I think it's Tory. I think so. Well, listen. What we have is a compilation of Jim's. Let's just do that till we figure out the name. Jim's top 3 hurricane stops. And, this might get up there. I mean, if this gets bad enough, Jim's on the way to the Florida Panhandle right now. That's got me scared because if he comes up to the Carolinas, it's not good.
No, let me tell you. Jim has a thrill for the dramatics.
He is.
So he needs the dramatics. And when you're here, we're going to just deal with massive amounts of flooding that it's just going to be a rough go for a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Right? But he needs to be out there. There's got to be an ocean in the background, the dramatics. It's all an act, and he's really got to, play it up, play it good, the hair. I don't know if he has hair anymore, but, the wind, the coat. standing in there, all that kind of thing. I don't know if there's enough here for the dramatics for whatever, Cantore.
Well, Jeff, you're going to find out if he has hair and why he does or does not and when that happened. But this is just his Jim Cantore. Let's see. Hold on.
I'm Matt Sampson here with Storm Tracker Jim Cantore.
Jim Cantore.
Cantore.
All right, Jim Cantore. Okay. All right. So anyway, Matt is with Jim Cantore talking about his best hurricane trackings throughout his career.
I'm Matt Sampson here with Storm Tracker Jim Cantore. What's the difference covering a hurricane as opposed to another weather event out in the field?
Well, I mean, the hurricanes are a little bit more predictable. We kind of know they're coming. There's a build-up. But then as the days go on, the hustle and the bustle, and, of course, the main event, which is the hurricane coming onshore, and then the aftermath. But you can kind of mentally prepare for each stage of that.
Hurricane.
No, wait. What's the hustle and bustle of a hurricane? Don't you stay inside?
Well, I guess not if you're him. He's got to be outside, right? Most people either get out, and I was seeing that in Florida already, like I-4 looked like a disaster heading towards Orlando, or you're in the house and you stay in. No, there's no hustle and bustle. What's a hustle and bustle? Trying to get some water to survive?
Well, see, that's what you might say. But if you listen to some of Jim's greatest moments, there's a lot of drama and hustle and bustle with himself.
Isaac, 2012.
For whatever it's worth, I hope I'm making Tebow proud.
Here you are getting hit pretty hard there.
By the way, he's Tebowing.
Did he say Tebow or TiVo or
Tebow?
What? Tebow?
He was Tebowing in Hurricane Irma.
Why?
Well, he just wanted to make him proud.
So everybody was doing the Tebow thing back then.
So he was
doing.
he was Tebowing.
For what?
Well, to hide from the wind. It hurts. He'll tell you why in a minute.
Yeah, we're down there, on Canal Street between two buildings, and that's the key. You get the wind funneled between the two buildings, and they have to accelerate to go through.
So wait a minute. You stage your weather appearances by standing betwixt two buildings in order to create a wind funnel.
Sure, so that he can pretend that the wind's blowing him down, and he's got to hold himself up. So it's all about the dramatic.
It's the theatrics.
That's it. There's probably a fan on the other side.
If you're just tuning in, we're going through weatherman Jim Cantore, okay. Jim Cantore's greatest hurricane moments with Hurricane Helene. He's headed to the Panhandle right now. Now, Hurricane Irma was number 3. Coming up on number 2, we just found out he stands between buildings to create a wind tunnel to make it look worse than it actually is.
So I'll go down occasionally to one knee.
Hurricane Dennis from 2005.
Rain coming down so hard, we got to put the goggles on.
This was a heck of a year. Katrina came along, Rita, Wilma. I mean, this is just one of many that we covered that year.
You're getting whipped by that wind and rain. What does that feel like at the end of the day after being hit for hours out there like that? What's your skin like?
You're so pumped up. There's so much adrenaline going that you really don't feel it.
By the way, before we go any further, what are you pumped up about? You're on the Weather Channel.
What's your skin like? I don't know. I took a spanking.
Right.
What is your skin? Who the hell asked that question?
He should have said moisturize. The guy was looking at him with all.
Was he?
Oh,
probably a little more than that.
He was like,
Cantore's he's a beefy guy these days.
He's
a
beefy Ben.
So I think it sounds like this guy is really. What's your skin like? Did it feel like you were spanked, Jim?
Well, what did he say? Hold on.
That wind and rain. What does that feel like at the end of the day after being hit for hours out there like that? What's your skin like?
You're so pumped up. There's so much adrenaline going that you really don't feel it for some reason. Because I have to focus on what I'm saying. But there are certainly times, especially once you get to day 2 of this, you're just exhausted. But it hurts. It stings.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's shooting a 150 psi water hose at you.
Which, by the way, that happens frequently when you're getting shot in the face with a 150 psi water hose.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Who's shooting you with that? Whoever does that to you?
Apparently, it happens to Jim.
Well, it sounds to me like this guy just wants to know what his skin's like. It sounds like he's Oh, Jim. Well, so
tell me about your hose.
Yeah, tell me about that. Does it feel like you're getting spanked, Daddy? I mean, Jim.
And actually, it was Katrina that I shaved my head for the first time.
Hurricane Isabel.
Oh, by the way, that's breaking news.
Okay.
Right. Jim from the Weather Channel, Jim Cantore, shaved his head for the very first time.
Good. Oh, thanks. Tell me more about your first time,
Well, he's
Jim.
talking about his skin. Now he shaved his head for the first time.
More about your
actually,
first
it was
time.
Katrina that I shaved my head for the first time.
Hurricane Isabel back in 2003.
Number one.
Here.
We couldn't get a great shot to go down to the beach. So in fashion, what we did was we went down to the beach to record it and then feed it back. But what happened...
So we couldn't get down to the beach, but we went down to the beach.
So we couldn't get down there, but we went down there.
Okay.
All right, Jim.
Is my cameraman, to get the right angle, he had to be a little bit in the water. And one big wave came up, took him out, took him down. He's holding the camera up just above the water, and then boom, there it goes. So we lost a $60,000 camera in that shot.
Wow, that was the end of that.
That was the end of that one.
Wow.
All for the price of TV.
Oh, well. He thinks he is a TV god.
Let me tell you.
He thinks he should be lying on a couch being fed grapes and massaged.
Yeah, by this guy who's interviewing him. I got to tell you, his ego. I remember the Weather Channel.
Yeah, me too.
And I haven't paid a lot of attention to Cantore.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, the ego. We're sitting down with the weather guy to really go through his greatest weather reports.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to tell you, a little bit of an ego.
He's a little highbrow there, Cantore.
Well, guess what? Cantore may be coming to a town near you.
How's your skin?
To you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Did you think that was funny? Yeah, we're kind of 50-50 on it, but it's still good for these guys. And the show is free, so what did you expect?
It is 105.9 Mount Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Make sure that, and we'll update you, obviously, as we find out more information. You head to 828 News Now on Facebook or the app, or just check them out, 828newsnow.com for all the latest in the updates on what's going on with the weather. Obviously, all schools all around are closed, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Parents and grandparents, a 4-day weekend.
Yeah. I know. Blue Ridge Parkway closed. We're starting to see the road closures happening and traffic buildup. We'll talk about that coming up in a little bit.
Yeah, speaking of which, we are about, I don't know, I would generate a guess around 16 minutes and 30 seconds away from your first shot at $1,000 in the Classic Cash Contest, brought to you by our good friends at Blossman Propane. I'm sorry. A little tongue-tied there.
Well, you got the time right, can't get their name right. So.
That's right.
But you're more focused on the time.
I am. See, I'm so focused on the time. Speaking of focusing on the time, let's focus back on the time that I said that Richard Simmons is being held hostage. Richard Simmons has been held hostage since June 14th, 2014. We've never seen him since. He would release phony AI messages after AI came out.
You think his housekeeper was up to put it in artificial intelligence?
I think that Asa knew what she was doing.
Okay.
Teresa was trying to get him, Milton Teagle Simmons, Richard, to sign over his estate. So much so that when his death was, in fact, announced on TMZ...
On the wings of love! Heaven gained an angel when Richard Simmons passed away the day after turning 76 after falling in the bathroom of his Los Angeles home.
He was a beloved personality, fitness guru that really helped people who needed it the most through his workout videos like Sweatin' to the Oldies.
His books, talk show appearances, and his famous Slimmons workout facility.
And he was like a local fixture in Beverly Hills, always wearing his, over-the-top outfits.
You would sweat too if it happened to you.
Yes, Richard touched people through song, positivity, and his great sense of humor.
I have the buns of an 18-year-old track star.
Yes, you do.
18-year-old track star. What do their buns look like?
I don't know.
He must know. He must check out plenty of them to know.
So there is some really scary information coming out, and I'm just going to tell you what it is. Richard Simmons' housekeeper petitions to be restated as the co-trustee of the finances of the gurus multi-million-dollar estate.
Well, what she's claiming, Teresa, is that his brother, Leonard... And,
Lenny Teagues? Lenny Teague's an honest guy.
And Leonard's wife convinced her in a time of grieving to go to a lawyer's office that was handling the trust and sign some papers. Now, what those documents was her giving up her role as co-trustee. Now, mind you, she'd been with Richard for 40 years. So she's claiming, and got a lawyer, she's claiming that this, she was under distress when this all happened. She was sad, and she wants it flipped back so that she's a co-trustee as well, because she doesn't trust what Lenny is going to do with his likeness and things of that nature, and she should be best suited for this, being that she was with him day in and day out for 40 years.
She killed him. She shouldn't have any rights to his money. Lenny Teagues is a nice guy. Is he a little eccentric? Yes. Is he a little esoteric? Sure. Lenny Teagle's a good, honest, hard-working American man.
You never heard of Lenny Teagle until this happened.
No, I know Lenny.
Nobody even knew he had a brother.
I know Lenny Teague.
Okay.
All right, and Lenny Teagle's a good, hard-working American man. Lenny Teagle just wanted the best for his brother Milton, a.k.a. Richard. And for Teresa.
Yeah.
She is screaming, murder!
Well, listen, she took care of him for 40 years.
She took care of him.
Yeah.
Oh, she took care of him.
So what?
How did he die? Fall down the steps?
Yeah, he had a little slip in a tub.
Yeah, a little slip in a tub. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. Here's the thing.
I understand. Sometimes I get, a little slippery in the tub there.
Yeah, you can slip in a tub, but guess what? You don't have Teresa watching over you, because you just slipped years ago.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
She doesn't want my state.
No. And things said on the show, we've chalked up to just a part of their journey. Here's to hoping some good music, and the next thing they talk about is a little better. More music and Rizzo and Jeff Show coming up on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. Rizzo and Jeff Show. Talking about old people cars, and I'll tell you why we're talking about old people cars. Yesterday, Grandma Emma, who is now retired, she used to be a caller earlier in the show. She called and revealed this information to us.
I started driving a 2002 Buick Century, which is an old woman's car. I realize that.
No, it is.
How do you like that Century, by the way? How's it riding?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
How many miles are on that thing? That thing could go forever.
I know. Well, when I got it about 6 months ago, it only had 100,000 on it, so it'll do me forever.
We have who on the phone, Jeff?
Yeah, we have Dan on the phone, and in perfect timing because the hurricane is Helene. That's an old lady name too, but old lady cars.
Yeah, Dan, what do you got here?
I said Studebaker.
Studebaker. That is the quintessential old car, don't you think so? Like an old person car?
I was thinking along the lines that it was an older car. I'm not necessarily knocking on anybody.
No. Listen, this all started because Hurricane Helene. Helene is an old name, right? Like that's an old lady name. And so it got us thinking, okay, old lady name, old lady cars. And then I thought to myself, when you said Studebaker, when was the last time you remember seeing a Studebaker?
In the 60s?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I just know it's an older car. That was what I came up with.
Yeah, do me a favor. Hang on for 1 second. You're qualified for those 4-pack of tickets to Elida here. Good morning. Who's that?
Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
What's happening?
Go with another. What do we got here?
A Crown Vic.
Oh, yeah, the Crown Vic.
Oh, yeah, the Crown Vic. Yeah, that is the quintessential elder automobile, isn't it?
I got a buddy of mine that runs a car lot. He's begging for them. He sells them all day long.
He does? Really?
Does he really?
Oh, man. He'll buy it before he'll buy a damn new car.
Really? So you're telling me he'd take a Crown? Is he old?
No, this guy, he's in his 30s, man. He said, I can sell a Crown Vic quicker than I can sell a Mercedes.
Wow.
You know why?
The Ford Crown Vic. Well, it was an old cop car.
Yeah, it was an old cop car, too.
Yeah.
The Crown
That
Vic.
and we're in Hendersonville, and there's a few elderly people in Hendersonville. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, see, what I will say is, Grandma Emma says she's driving around Haywood County flipping the bird to people in a Buick Century. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're thinking Oldsmobile, Cutlass. There's so many other elder cars. Do me a favor, hang on for 1 second. You are qualified for those tickets to Elida. 828-240-1059. I did happen to find a 1950 commercial.
No, you did.
For the Studebaker.
Oh, boy. Okay.
All right.
Sure, in the adventures of Buster, I'd like to bring you a very personal and special message from your Studebaker dealer. He would like very, very much to have you come in and try for yourself the wonderful, wonderful ride that's the most outstanding feature of this new 1950 Studebaker. You see, the advanced design of this Studebaker is more than just a breathtaking flight stream design.
Oh.
It's a sound engineering improvement as well.
Now the
with
price.
Studebaker's new low prices now in effect, thanks to huge volume demand, you'll find that the down payments have been lowered as well. Why, on some models, you can buy a new 1950 Studebaker for as little as $361 down.
Now, let me throw this at you, okay? $361 down, $40 a month, okay?
Right.
If you knew what I paid for my car, it would make you sick.
And the difference is, driving around with these flooded roads, a Studebaker, you're plowing right through.
Oh, Studebaker, you're getting right through the floods.
And your Civic, your thing becomes a life raft. Okay.
In Studebaker, Haywood County, I die.
Yeah.
So 828-240-1059, old lady cars. We're doing this in honor of Hurricane Helene. All right, it's an old lady name, and we're looking for cars, Studebakers, Crown Vics, things like that. 828-240-1059. We'll get to more of your calls and comments coming up next.
We understand that new things lose their shine after a while. Good news, Rizzo and Jeff never had any polish to lose, so we're ahead of the game there. And 105.9 The Mountain is and always will be free. So enjoy some more of your favorite rock tunes and some unpolished guys who just tried. Give them a break, huh? More Rizzo and Jeff on 105.9 The Mountain.
Listen, if you do not have to go out, don't. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
Yeah.
But we do implore you to listen to 105.9 The Mountain and the Rizzo and Jeff Show. And since all of the schools in the area are closed, including Buncombe County, yay, I have a 4-day weekend. That's exciting.
Well, you don't have a 4-day weekend.
The
kid has a
does.
4-day weekend, right?
Yeah. So anyway, lots of flooding out there. Not a lot of people on the roads. A lot of roads closed. I will say this though, since a lot of people are staying home. If you look at the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook page, a lot of people are saying they work from home or they're doing stuff from home today. Kids are off.
Yeah.
Smart. Wish we could do that. It got me thinking, because people are going to be staying in bed, relaxing, chilling, about the tuck-in, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the tuck-in.
Yeah.
There was a new study released versus people who like the tuck-in versus the non-tuck-in. And in this weather, you want to stay comfy and warm and just fuzzy in your bed. But the tuck-in, Jeff, 77% of people prefer their sheets tucked.
I hate that.
That is an absolute albatross.
Yeah, I think that's way too many. When you get into a bed in a hotel,
you know what I mean? It's awful.
A lot of people, you're going to get into that bed today, and tomorrow you're going to be in it. Who likes to be tucked and restricted like that? I like to flip. I like to flop. I'm a fish out of water when I'm in there.
You're a flim-flam.
Yeah.
You're a flim-flam.
I am. I move around. I toss. It's just I don't like to be constricted when I'm in bed.
It's terrible. Yeah. And so, 828-240-1059, if you're listening at home or on the app or on your smart speaker or wherever you are, maybe there's a few of you in the car today. We feel for you. Please stay home and be safe if you're on the road.
Turn around and go home.
Yeah. But listen, I want to talk the tuck-in because I really thought that most people slept, comfortably, not like wrapped in like a potato sack.
Well, you know what it is? Yeah, and when you're a little chunkier, sometimes you get hot, unexpectedly hot. You want to be able to throw that puppy off.
Yeah.
And when you can't, you can't.
You can't do the throw off.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about, I have some audio. We'll talk about it coming up. An astounding 3/4 of you like your blankets tucked in.
Oh, wow. That is astounding.
Yes. Thank you, Jeff. It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Looking at all these pictures of people's houses, basements flooded. I mean, rivers overflowing. The French Broad last night was already at capacity. So if you can, stay home. And all of the kids in the area are off today and tomorrow. Buncombe County announced late last night. I put it up on the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook. So it got me thinking, and actually this was kind of smart. So this news station, they said, listen, a lot of kids are going to be home. How do you prefer to sleep? And it created this ridiculous discussion on Facebook about how they like to sleep. Do you like your sheets tucked in on the bottom and the side, tucked in on the bottom only, completely untucked, no preference? I don't use sheets, stuff like that. And by far and away, most people like their sheets tucked in and comforter tucked in on the bottom and on the side. And I'm thinking most people in this area are going to be home, especially the kids, for the next 2 days. You're going to be chilling in bed, chilling on the couch. So you're going to tuck yourself into like a bean bag.
No, I don't.
You know what I mean?
Listen. I don't like to be restricted when I sleep. Okay, and I'm looking to get plenty of that. I don't like to be restricted when I sleep. I never liked the sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I was a terrible Cub Scout. It didn't work out.
You got kicked out, didn't you?
Well, here's the thing. We did a Cub Scout thing, and, I wasn't comfortable in the sleeping bag, so I went into the car.
You cheated, that's what it
and
was.
put the heat on in the car and cheated during a camp out.
You did.
While everybody else, weathered the storm like they would do something like this, and you hunker down. I didn't. It was too cold. So
you got in the heat.
But I don't like to be constricted like that. No, I like to flip and flop and do kinds of things. So no, I don't like to be restricted.
Now, 828-240-1059. I have and of course, it made me think of the quintessential tuck versus no tuck. You know what I mean? From Seinfeld.
Could you do me a favor? Could you not tuck the blankets in? Because I can't sleep all tucked in.
Oh, yes.
I like to just be able to take the blankets and swish them and swirl them. You know what I mean? I don't like them all tucked.
Yes, it's too tight to sleep in.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yes, it's too tight. Him too?
More about that breaking news.
Mary, you want your blankets tucked in?
I don't know. Whatever they do.
Yes?
Tuck in.
All right, so that's one tuck and one no tuck.
So one tuck, one no tuck, and again, somebody just texted in. I absolutely love to be tucked comfortably and warmly under my covers. I can't sleep with my blanket just plopped on my bed. What the heck is wrong with you people?
Are you a tuck?
Am I a tuck?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have a choice anymore. I'm not. I live with a tucker.
Oh, okay.
So I have to sleep on top.
You could go to the couch.
Yeah, I could, but then it's like, why am I living on the couch? You know what I mean? It's like, then I live on the couch.
Some of the best,
then I untuck.
Some of the best relationships, happen when people are in separate rooms.
The sleep divorce.
Oh, the sleep divorce.
It might be close because I can't tuck much more. But the moral of the story is all the kids that are going to be home today, teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
Untuck it.
Untuck it for the kids?
Just untuck it for the kids,
okay.
Right? Just show them how an untuck happens.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, don't teach them anything else today. No schooling, no work, no projects. Just don't tuck.
Well, that's it. They didn't send the iPads home, all right?
Well, that was something. Rizzo and Jeff. One is obsessed with his dog, the other with fiber. And people want them to come over and hang out? Just consider yourself lucky you just have to hear them and not smell them. More Rizzo and Jeff Show coming up after a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
Listen, if you do not have to go out, don't. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
Yeah.
But we do implore you to listen to 105.9 The Mountain and the Rizzo and Jeff Show. And since all of the schools in the area are closed, including Buncombe County, yay, I have a 4-day weekend. That's exciting.
Well, you don't have a 4-day weekend.
The kid has a
does.
4-day weekend. Yeah. So anyway, lots of flooding out there. Not a lot of people on the roads. A lot of roads closed. I will say this though, since a lot of people are staying home. If you look at the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook page, a lot of people are saying they work from home or they're doing stuff from home today. Kids are off. Yeah. Smart. Wish we could do that. It got me thinking, because people are going to be staying in bed, relaxing, chilling, about the tuck-in, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the tuck-in.
Yeah.
There was a new study released versus people who like the tuck-in versus the non-tuck-in. And in this weather, you want to stay comfy and warm and just fuzzy in your bed. But the tuck-in, Jeff, 77% of people prefer their sheets tucked.
I hate that.
That is an absolute albatross.
Yeah, I think that's way too many. When you get into a bed in a hotel, and
you know what I mean? It's awful.
A lot of people, you're going to get into that bed today, and tomorrow you're going to be in it. Who likes to be tucked and restricted like that? I like to flip. I like to flop. I'm a fish out of water when I'm in there.
You're a flim-flam.
Yeah.
You're a flim-flam.
I am. I move around. I toss. It's just I don't like to be constricted when I'm in bed.
It's terrible. Yeah. And so, 828-240-1059, if you're listening at home or on the app or on your smart speaker or wherever you are, maybe there's a few of you in the car today. We feel for you. Please stay home and be safe if you're on the road.
Turn around and go home.
Yeah. But listen, I want to talk the tuck-in because I really thought that most people slept, comfortably, not like wrapped in a potato sack.
Well, you know what it is? Yeah, and when you're a little chunkier, sometimes you get hot, unexpectedly hot. You want to be able to throw that puppy off.
Yeah.
And when you can't, you can't.
You can't do the throw off. Yeah. So we'll talk about, I have some audio. We'll talk about it coming up. An astounding 3/4 of you like your blankets tucked in.
Oh, wow, that is astounding.
Yes. Thank you, Jeff. It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Just got a text that somebody's basement has 3 feet of water.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's just terrible.
It's awful.
Oh, man.
So, listen, I don't know if, I know there are not a lot of people driving. It's smart. 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, of course, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Is anyone having any issues with the flooding?
Your basement at 3 feet
3 feet already?
Well, we're starting to see a lot of...
you know what I mean? This is getting ridiculous.
Well, Hendersonville, you're starting to see a lot of street closures that are beginning to happen there. So it's really starting to pick up. And this is not, here's the scary thing, Rizzo.
Well, yeah.
This is not even the bulk of it.
Well,
this is a little tease of a tropical storm, which should not be hitting Asheville at all. Is going to hit, and it's coming tonight and overnight. Yeah,
it never comes this far, this bad, this inland. So it's very bizarre. But I was wondering if anyone that's listening has anything going on. I mean, this guy texts. I'm stunned that there are people who have like 3 feet of water in their basement. Yeah. Some people don't even have water now. If you're on a well, you know what I mean. It's crazy. But I'm more worried about the wind. The electricity. We all got that notice from Spectrum, that text yesterday, right? All at the same time. By the way, Spectrum's probably not going to be working.
No cable coming up tonight.
So make sure everything's charged. But, I was curious if anyone else has experienced, what are you seeing, if you're seeing anything? 828-240-1059, because... Blue Ridge Parkway is closed. Tomorrow is going to be bad. And guess what? I'm supposed to go to Hendersonville tomorrow.
For what?
Well, I have to go to Harris Teeter. I have to pick up my diabetic medication.
Yeah.
So I'm a little concerned if anyone knows about the Teet, because I got to be honest with you. They said they're open they haven't closed in years, but they might.
Well, this will be out of here by like noon, 1 o'clock, and I think you'll be able to go. You'll get a taste of the Teet.
You think I'll get a taste of Teet?
A little bit. Up that Hendersonville, that's going to be a mess
scared.
up there.
Is anyone from Hendersonville give me a taste of the Teet? Let me know what's happening over there.
Somebody check his blood sugar, folks.
It is 105.9 The Mount Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Listen, if you don't have to, don't drive. Stay home with the kids, all kids off school. This weather's going to get ridiculous, get bad. It's starting to really flood.
Well, here's the thing, and I think like 2 weeks ago I was at Walmart on Bleachery there, and I was looking at galoshes.
You were looking at some goulash.
And so I say to myself, I'm looking at galoshes to throw on my feet if there's anything that's going to be wet. And you look at the galosh, you say, should I get galoshes, should I not? And then you never pull the trigger. And then this happens. A tropical storm comes our way.
You know what's funny? And this is the God's honest truth. I was talking to my fiance, Baby Hands, probably about 4 or 5 days ago, not even thinking about this, about how I need a pair of boots. Right. And I was like, well, I don't want rain boots, right? So the one time that I don't have rain boots, I'm going to like ruin shoes because I don't have any boots. But if I go buy rain boots, this is never going to happen again.
Well, see,
when was the last time something like this has happened? When a hurricane has gone, or tropical storm, I guess, has gone this far inland. So it's like, do I buy the rain boot? Do I pull the trigger on the rain boot?
All I have now,
you know what I mean?
I have a pair of shoes that I purchased, and I just saw them, and they say Goodyear on the side of them, okay?
Okay.
And I bought them, for sturdiness. I just
bought
wanted
them for sturdiness?
And like no slip shoes. And I'm thinking now I could walk around in them, and I could stomp around in them now out there because I have no shoes that are conducive to flooding. I am not prepared shoe-wise for it at all. I got wet feet. I'm wet now.
All right, see, you got wet feet. See, and that's the thing.
You got Yeezys on.
I got Yeezys
you're wearing
on.
Yeezys.
I am. I'm wearing like $1,600 shoes.
Yeezys, okay. In the rain.
Well, I don't have any other shoes. So it's like, do I goulash? Do I go and I stop somewhere and I go get a rain boot? Where am I going to get a rain boot?
Well,
do I wear a muumuu? What am I going to do?
First off, a goulash is a meal. A galosh is a rain boot, okay?
What's the difference? A galosh is a
goulash is meat and macaroni. Okay.
Okay.
A galosh is a boot.
So should I go buy a boot? That's my friggin' question, bro. Do I get a boot or do I not get a boot?
I think you're way past boot buying time.
I'm past boot. So what do I do if I don't buy a boot? What do I do? Do I just wear my Yeezys?
What'd they do back in the day? Caveman, they were barefoot. Who are we?
You know what? Just wrap leaves around our feet. And by the way, shout out to Ethan Campbell. Jeff and Rizzo are idiots.
Why?
I don't know. Ethan thinks we're idiots, so shout out to him.
Well, he's spot on.
Yes, he is.
Text a message to Rizzo and Jeff now to 828-240-1059.
Jeff, a lot of people seem to have some advice about whether I should go get some boots or I should just roll with my Yeezys.
Yeah. You're looking outside, you're saying, oh, this isn't too bad, until 3 in the morning, okay?
So
then you're going to wish you had them.
Should I go boot shopping? Yay or nay? 828-240-1059. We got Beverly on the phone. Beverly, good morning. How you feeling, Beverly?
I'm soggy.
Yeah, I know. A little soggy, Beverly.
Well, it's just the beginning, Beverly.
Oh, I know. I know.
Where are you at? Are you safe? You working? You at home? You in the car? What are you doing?
I'm headed to work from Candler to downtown.
Oh boy,
that's going to be fun.
When do you get done?
As soon as I finish what I want to get done, and then I'm coming back home.
Can you do it at home, Beverly, or no?
No, I'll just have time off.
Yeah. See, we have to be here too, and I'm a little worried. Again, I don't have any boots. I don't have anything
galoshes.
to wear. I don't have any galoshes. I don't have anything to wear. Did you wear boots? What do you have? What are you wearing?
Well, I'm currently wearing my tennies because I'm going from my house to a parking lot.
Right.
That's flat.
Okay.
But go by the willies.
Go by the willies?
Okay, all right.
Go by the wellies.
Okay, okay, all right. You know what? And I think they have them downtown. So you know what? I might do that. Thank you for the advice, and please be safe. Get home, okay?
Okay, will do.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
All right, take it easy. Good morning. What's going on? 105.9 The Mountain. Hello.
Hey, Jimmy.
How's it going?
Well, you know, it's going, I guess.
A little soppy wet.
Soppy, slow. People are kind of in the doldrums today.
I think you should go get your pair of Walmart shoes.
What kind?
What, Shaquille O'Neal's?
Like, yeah, you want me to get some Shaqs? What should I get?
Just get your cheap pair of waders.
Okay.
Okay. Here's my problem. It's not fashionable. I need to at least look fashionable.
Oh,
a little
come
bit.
on, Jimmy. You listen to him.
One day, Jimmy, I got to go buy boots now.
Well, get you a cheap pair for like $14 or $15.
That's true. You know what? That's true. That's what I'm going to do. I'll go the Jeff way.
Because you're such a cool, everybody needs to meet you, a radio guy in town that has to look slick.
Yeah, listen.
Okay, you got to look slick in the rain.
I do. I got to look
All
slick
right.
in my Civic that's going to sink.
Yeah.
Jay, thanks for the call, my friend. Stay safe. Are you staying home today or you working?
I'm staying at home today.
Yeah,
Good call, Jimmy.
Good call, Jimmy. Be safe, okay, buddy?
Yeah. I think you might have to go fishing or something.
Yeah. Might have to just stand outside and do that. Maybe I'll catch me a crappie, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All
Jimmy.
right, brother. Have a great day. We appreciate your call very much, man. All right, listen, 828-240-1059. Apparently, people want me to go get galoshes or, boots.
Yeah.
You know?
You are not prepared whatsoever.
I'm not. I think I'm going to stick with the Yeezys.
Okay.
I think fashion over one day of rain. I mean, I think even, the smartest of men would agree.
Yeah, I bet Kanye West stays dry.
He's got boots.
Yeah.
Rocking the mountains for over 15 years. This is WTMT and WTMT AC1 Weaverville. Mills River. Classic Rock. 105.9 The Mountain. An Asheville Media Group station.
Little cheap trick on 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Cherie's on the phone. Cherie, what's going on? How are you?
Good morning. I am tucked in my bed, safe and warm and comfortable.
That's got to be
That's
nice,
gotta be
Cherie.
nice.
Rub it in.
Then getting up at 3 and driving.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, hey, I'm retired. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Don't
You earned
apologize
it.
for that.
You earned it.
Let us suffer.
So let me ask you, so I don't mean to cut you off. What do you think I should do about this situation? Do I boot it? Do I just say, forget it, fashion? It's one day of rain. You know what I mean?
Okay. I am a Marine, and necessity is a mother of invention. My question is, how long have you got to be on your feet in the rain?
Okay.
In other words, are you going from the building directly to your car and from your car directly into your house?
Yes, I am. Yes. We didn't have to do our lunch. We don't have to do that today.
Roll up your pants. I say roll up your pants, take off your shoes, and run for it.
You know what? That's the way I like it. Why go out and buy something I'm only going to need once or twice? These Yeezys have done me proud. I have a whole collection of them. Why waste money? I could just roll up my pants and run for it.
Exactly. I have a boot fetish, okay? I have probably at least 25 pair of boots. I love boots.
Yeah.
What kind of
you got some knee-high boots over there, Sherry?
I've got thigh-high, knee-high, ankles, booties, you name it.
All right.
Dazzle.
Wow. You know that song, Oh, Sherry. You know, it's making me think about you like that, you know?
Well, there's Sherry baby.
Sherry baby. Right?
Yeah.
Well, semper fi to you.
Well,
I got to
Yeah.
Listen, thank you so much for the call. You have a good day. Enjoy your retirement, Sherry. I'm going to roll up my pants and run, okay?
You go for it. Now, make sure you video.
All right.
I will. Check out the Facebook later. All right, Sherry?
All right, bye.
Bye. 105.9 The Mount Asheville's Classic Rock. Here's Pearl Jam. Don't go anywhere. It is 105.9 The Mount Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, and a lot of crazy things happening. Obviously, if you can stay home, please stay home. It's only going to get worse throughout the day, this weather situation. But that doesn't mean that there aren't things happening around the world. I'll give you an example. Somebody thought it a good idea to hijack a bus.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the thought behind hijacking a bus. What's your end game there?
I got to tell you, it's not very incognito. You hijack a bus, they're going to nail you on the bus. You can't go far. Yeah. You can't go on a high-speed chase with a bus. Yeah, I mean, what are you, Sandra Bullock? Is this Speed? Okay.
Did they have a speeding bus on Speed?
Do you remember the movie? That's what it was all about. They were on the
speeding bus?
They were on the bus. Do you remember the movie?
On the bus? With Danny Glover?
No, it wasn't Danny Glover.
Wait. Speed. Isn't that Mel Gibson and Danny Glover?
No.
Oh, that's Lethal Weapon.
You're talking about Lethal Weapon. This was 1994. This is Keanu.
Oh, Keanu.
Speeding
and
Sandra.
Bus and Sandra.
You had a Dennis Hopper in it. Jeff
the
Daniels.
Denny Hopper. Yes, the half-baked.
The 94.
The 94 half-baked.
1994 smash hit Speed.
Speed, that's
Come
right.
on.
Well, anyway, there was a real-life, I guess, speed attempt. This happened, and it's like, I know that we're dealing with a lot here, but things are still going on, and I don't know what this guy's end game was.
Lynette Adrian, good morning. A chaotic series of events. An LAPD officer tells us the driver used a panic button to alert police of this emergency. We're here at the end of the pursuit. You can see the bus just beyond the yellow tape there, surrounded by LAPD vehicles. We're talking about a hijacking, chase, standoff, and shooting, all ending right here near 6th and Alameda Street. The chase began around 12:45 early this morning near Manchester and Figueroa in the Vermont Knolls neighborhood of South LA. Officers with the LAPD say they were after an armed man who hijacked that Metro bus, demanding the driver keep driving through areas of South LA and downtown. Officers used spike strips to try and stop the bus. You can see the driver with his hands in the air. Call 911 flashing just above. LAPD Chief Donald Graham with Transit Services says finally, after more than an hour, the wanted man surrendered.
Okay, so he chases around. The bus goes 26 miles an hour, runarounds for an hour. Then they get to him finally.
It's L.A. Doesn't that happen all the time there in L.A.?
Bus hijackings?
All kinds of car hijackings. I mean, there was a pretty famous one.
Well,
you remember? There was a Bronco involved.
Okay, a hijacking, kind of. Like as far as like taking some stuff and going for a ride, but like a bus?
Yeah, you're not going to go far on a bus.
Like you're not going to go far. If you're going to hijack was something that you could, hijack with, like an androgynous Civic.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, well, the Civic.
The Civic. That's perfect hijacking material.
Well, of course, a great purchase for you, but one of the top 3 most stolen cars in America.
Wait a minute. Jeff didn't tell me that.
Well, he wanted to make a sale, sucker.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show is always out trying to, they're trying. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show next on 105.
It is 105.9 The Mount Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, and it's called the Razzle Dazzle, but today we're calling it the Rainy Dazzle.
Oh, I
see
what you did there.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
You see the creativity there? You see?
You're on top of your game.
I am, I am. I'm on top of the game, and so it's time for a little rainy Razzle Dazzle.
From Tinseltown to the 828 and beyond, it's time to Razzle Dazzle on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. All the things that are not fit to print, talk about, mention, discuss, or frankly that important but somehow find their way here. We're sorry, and yes, Jeff can't stand it either. Time for Rizzo's Razzle Dazzle on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right.
Sorry.
No,
well,
you don't have to apologize.
If you're listening on a transistor radio, you might enjoy this one.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have a man, a legitimate Mexican man who is part of a Mexican mariachi band.
A legitimate Mexican.
A legitimate Mexican man, because his being a Mexican man was delegitimized as far as him being a Mexican man and part of a Mexican mariachi band, because a traveler not from Mexico said that if he was a real Mexican mariachi singer, he could sing the Ricola song.
Oh, really? Is that a thing? Is that like when you try out?
The Ricola song is a Dutch song.
I understand, but is that a tryout with it? Like when you go to be a part of a mariachi band, is this part of the tryout?
Don't know.
Okay.
Don't understand it, but this poor man is devastated. He is devastated. So this is what happened to him the other day.
One of them played a song and the Ricola, you know, the machine Ricola, and the other guy kind of was pissed off and saw the guy and say, hey, you know, you're not Mexican, you're not real Mexican because you're playing that music, you know. Pulled his weapon and started shooting to the other guy.
So he couldn't sing the Ricola song in his mariachi band, so the guy said, you're not a real Mexican mariachi band, even though he's from Mexico and in a mariachi band, and then they began shooting at him and his friends.
All right. Well,
so this is sad. This is sad stuff.
I need to make sure I learn that for if I wind up in a situation like this.
It's the Ricola, right? So how could that a mariachi band's like, you know, they got guitars and some, what are they called? Sambas? What are those things that you shake?
I wish
sombreros, tambourines. They got sombreros. They got maracas. Maracas, right? Yeah. Like, but that's not, the Ricola is like a Dutch thing. They wear lederhosen and they blow a horn and they go, Ricola.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Look, I'm kind of on the outs here. I wish I had more info on the inside workings of a mariachi band, but I can't help you here on this rainy razzle.
Okay.
All right.
Well, if anyone knows the inner workings
of a
mariachi band, 828-240-1059, the airwaves are yours.
Yeah. Riding in your car in this mess. Think about that. All right. And chime in.
Hey, did you know we got a new app? Make sure to update it or download it in any app store by searching 105.9 The Mountain and catch all your favorite songs and the Rizzo.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, and it is that time. Almost time for us to go, but first, what didn't make the show?
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Interesting that this came up because I believe I was at Wally World with the Bambine over the weekend, and you know, we were getting food, and you know, he wanted to look at some toys and whatnot. And I walked by the underwear bin and I said, "Are these male banana hammocks?" And he was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Never mind." But I was just looking because they were on sale. And I was like, do I go in on these? Well, apparently there is trashy banana hammock trends because of Paris Fashion Week. And now I know why Wally World is carrying said banana hammocks in 3-packs, but the 3-packs that were once $19.99 are now $3.99. So this banana hammock trend that men are wearing, just around, I guess this is really taking flight, Jeff.
Taking flight, you say? Well,
taking flight.
Well, you know, this would be a perfect next couple of days to do anything crazy in a banana hammock. I mean, living in Florida, they had hurricane parties all the time. A hurricane came. Maybe we start Asheville's banana hammock hurricane parties.
Oh,
we throw them on.
Rizzo and Jeff's banana hammock party.
Right. This will happen once every 50 years, but
once in a 50-year event. Yeah.
So we'll do it now, and then or maybe every 30 years, whenever this may happen, and then maybe we're a little bit older, we do it again. While we're here. So we'll see if we can. I don't know. Let me stop myself so we're not.
I was going to say, let's
keep guys out of banana habits.
Let's keep them out. There you
Shut up, Jeff.
Yep, be quiet.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do the work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Have you ever said to yourself, boy, oh boy, I wonder what state in the contiguous United States uses the most cocaine?
Not once.
Well, I have the answer.
Okay.
According to a survey by the United States government, the most, and I think it's kind of ironic, there's a lot of snow there. Aspen, Boulder,
really?
Denver,
Colorado.
Colorado tops the United States in cocaine use.
Yeah.
And I was stunned because I thought to myself, I get the weed thing because they were like one of the first people to do it, but the cocaina, I mean,
Have you been watching the news? You see what's going on in Aurora? And
well, I have to tell you.
Gangs are taking over apartment complexes.
Pop up.
It's a different place.
I haven't seen Lester Holt in a few days.
Well, all you got to do is just turn on the news once in a while to realize what's going on. The gangs, everything. I could see it now.
I've been watching 8 to 8 News now for all the latest updates on the weather and such. So I haven't been able to see the Colorado gang
I'm sure
takeovers.
I'm sure that's not Dee's thing. All right, she runs the 8 to 8 News now. I'm sure she's not up on the Colorado gang situation either, but that is surprising when it's a weed spot. You went out there. I mean, did you notice when you were there for Great American Beer Fest? Did you notice anything like that?
No, I didn't notice. Okay. I mean, I didn't. I just saw everybody smoking weed.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You did have it. You are the only man that could possibly make it to Great American Beer Fest with only $5 in your pocket.
You did. I did. Yeah. I literally had $5 to my name, and boy, did I do it!
I know you did.
I did it.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Okay, so the man who I guess Ohtani's 50-50 home run ball, the man who I guess, they were like, oh, you want to give it back? He was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, no.
They are putting a $4.5 million asking price on this. And this guy, I'm so glad he took the ball. You know what? Forget being the nice guy.
No, stop
doing that.
Anybody.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I don't care.
This is a huge deal.
It is, and if you're lucky enough to get it.
Now, Ohtani's such a big star worldwide.
He is.
So the money could come from another place if this goes up to auction, the 50-50 ball that he caught. And they asked him, like you said, the Dodgers, when they were there, they're like, hey, I think they offered him $300,000 or something for it. And, what do they give you? Some season tickets for like 1 year or something? No way, Jose. I don't have a lot of time to come to baseball games that much, so forget it. 1, 2, no, I can make millions off of this. And most people choke in the moment and give one of those, momentous like baseballs back to them, and guess what? I'm not doing it. Don't invite me back ever to Dodger Stadium again.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
like if they ban you, I'll take the $4 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. He made the right move.
You think he made the right move?
Yeah, be greedy. Who cares about history?
Yeah, you know what? Forget it. Forget being nice. Take the money and run. What does take the money and run?
Yeah, whatever. Yes, just take the money and run.
No.
All right.
From the best classic rock songs of all time to the best radio show of all time. We're sure that show is somewhere. We just can't tell you where. So here's more of the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Next.